Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Monday night webinar, which is hosted by Tupac Derenoncourt. Tonight, I'm going to be your featured presenter. My name is Leslie Derenoncourt. I'm a senior vice president, and yes, I'm Tupac's uncle, so I'm related to him as we build our family business and our family's dynasty. So I'm glad to be on tonight to share with you a simple presentation from our 5 Links business opportunity. I hope everybody has a quiet area to get this information and just be able to hopefully digest it and be able to understand what we're talking about, because it's some important information. So let's get going. This opportunity is with a company called 5 Links, and I'm excited to be part of it. I joined this business about 7 years ago, joining my nephew, and today, after being his second business partner, he's accumulated 50,000 plus distributors. And myself, starting out with some family members, my cousin, my uncle, ending up with close to 4,000 plus, close to 5,000 people in my business. So I'm truly excited about what we've accumulated. So we're here tonight to share this information with you. And we're just going to go pretty quickly, give you the information, and then you'll be hopefully be able to go back to the individual who invited you to simply say, now, I have 30 plus years in finance, in corporate finance banking, started out with Wall Street, got to the vice presidency and vice president levels with the banks, left to go be a CFO for another company. I was CFO for a number of years, then left to run my own company. But while I was CFO, I helped that company grow from 60 million revenues to $500 million, to help it go from a $2 million value proposition to a $85 million. And we sold the company at $85 million 6 years later. So I certainly have experience working with businesses, all aspects of business, public, private companies, small, big. I worked with them all. So I've seen it all. So now I think I'm perfectly positioned, being that I was in corporate America, in the banking area, and also now doing this business for 7 years, to let you know what the major aspects of this business are, what the points are. So let's get started. This company was founded in 2001. The name of it's called 5 Links, and it's based on the principles of vision, integrity, opportunity, freedom, and success. Co-founders have 60 plus years experience in this business. I love that because we have a very talented and very well experienced group of owners. And let me tell you, that integrity, the I in the vision, is extremely important. Why? Because it's important that the leadership of your company has enormous integrity. We found ourselves in Inc. 500, 5,000 magazine as 9 straight years in a row. We operate out of a 50,000 square foot world headquarters. And simply our motto are representatives come first. Every single employee in that company has a sign that says representatives come first. That's us, the distributors. We matter most of this company. How many of you have a company that says employees are the best, or come first? It's not happening in corporate America. I was there. Why do people do 5 Links? Simply because we love the fact that it gives us financial freedom, allows us to be our own boss, allows us to be debt-free, allows us to fund our obligations for our families, like children's college fund, allows us to give back to the community through different charities, and to allow us to make more money to do things that we never dreamed before. It allows us simply to dream again. That's why we do 5 Links. So people have forgotten how to dream. And talk about charities. We're going back to Haiti with $200,000 worth of equipment. Top executive who sponsored, who was our top sponsor in our organization, Lisa Nicole Cloud. You may know her from Married for Children, but she's sponsoring a MedShare group of doctors to go along with major sponsors like Walmart and so on, and 5 Links and the representative 5 Links to donate money up to $200,000 to bring medical supplies to the tiny little island of Haiti so the children can have proper medical supplies. Why else would we do 5 Links? Okay, look, we're in the direct sales industry. Simply, it's a huge industry. $178 billion. It's bigger than the NFL at $10 billion, movies at $11 billion, and music industry at $17 billion. Funny thing is, when you add up all those industries, it doesn't even come close to the $178 billion. Yet, if I were to introduce, if I had an NFL player walk in here with a 5-year contract for $20 million, and I talked to a Tupac Derenoncourt or a Steve Carter, Barry Donaldson, who's made $2, $3, $4, $5 million upwards and making about $1 million a year in this industry, and that will continue way beyond a football career, you'd run to the NFL player. because that's what you recognize. Yet they're in a $10 billion industry. We're in a $178 billion industry. We're global. It's worldwide. Okay, when you look at this business, in corporate America, you basically start at the bottom. Blue collar, white collar worker, hopefully you work your way to a manager if you're lucky. I happen to work up pretty far. I went up to a level of vice president / CFO in both the banking industry and both my corporate days. But I tell you what, I will not give up any of that for today. Because today I am the CEO of my organization, my boss. I pick and choose who I work with, and I've helped build an organization of close to 5,000 people. Started with 3 people I knew, my cousin, my uncle, and my brother. Tupac started with 3 people, his personal trainer, me, his uncle, and his brother. And now today he has 55,000 people. So you can't tell me it doesn't work as our organizations continue to grow and prosper. Now, we talk about opportunity, timing, positions, everything. You see, if you were in the 80s, you could have took advantage of the PC industry, the long distance industry, the cell phone industry. All those created millionaires and billionaires. But guess what? You probably didn't take advantage of that. How about the internet? Do you take advantage of that? With Google, Facebook, and Instagram, and all these other companies? You probably missed that boat. And then, of course, voice IP and video apps, maybe you took advantage, maybe not. But today, we stand in a position of taking care of deregulation of energy, text and mobile marketing, which is a next wave of marketing, healthcare, okay, which is amazing. We're going to talk about that. And wellness, truly positioned to explode to $1 billion. Now, we have home products. We have home security systems by a top 3 security company. We got home phones, just like your home phones at home, regular voice or IP phones. But we're cheaper than most other outlets. You have internet, cable, fiber, video. We can offer it all to you. We have mobile phones. We have satellite TV, Dish and Direct TV, and we have ID Guard. So we're part of a $500 billion energy industry as well. Not only for home, but guess what? Commercial. In commercial, we have commercial energy. That means we could basically help a hotel, a big corporation save money on their energy bill. And we have done that. Matter of fact, we're close at 77% of the opportunities that come our way. That's how powerful we are with our partners. We have $48 billion market in text marketing. So now you can text 5 links to 55469 to get an example of that. Or if you want to see what a personal website is, text Leslie, L-E-S-L-Y-D, to 55469. So these are how we market our business today. I'm getting clients left and right, helping them simply grow their revenues. Anytime you help somebody grow their revenues, they'll be interested in talking to you. Then we have healthcare, tremendous industry. We have the ability to offer alternative supplemental health insurance and now health insurance to small businesses. We have commercial satellite TV. We have payment solutions, credit card processing. We partner with the 2nd largest provider in the world. WorldPay is an amazing company, dynamic solutions, aggressive pricing, and we're able to offer that. And we have business security and, of course, mobile marketing. Now, we have the wellness line. We've had a Montevita coffee. Talk about a gourmet coffee that helps you lose weight. That's amazing. We have the High Five Boost, the High Five Edge, and Lean. That's a High Five challenge, y'all. What does that mean? Simply, we got energy. We got, something that's working on our cells to allow oxygen to flow better, an anti-aging, wonderful vitamin, and we got our protein shake. 44 million people are uninsured in America, and we now could provide them Enhanced Care MD, along with our smart choices. We can now offer fully compliant with Obamacare insurance to anyone on this line and any of your family members and most of the businesses that you are associated with. The small businesses under 50 people do not have to offer insurance. So now you're going to turn to people like us. And what we're going to do, we're going to save you time and money. Now, guess what? Coffee Montevita. I love this coffee. It says, hello, my name is Delicious, and they're not playing. And here's the deal, guys. You have hot, warm coffee with Supreme or milk. I love that. But let me tell you, you start mixing it with other things like our protein shake, which is a sweetness to it, it creates a mocha coffee, especially if you chill it. It is absolutely delicious. Shout out to the South Florida crew. They have taught me how to enjoy this coffee in many ways, hot and cold. But guess what happens when you drink this coffee? You lose weight. It suppresses your appetite, and you get absorbing some nice nutrients that are added to the coffee. On top of that, we have remote seeds, which contains protein, fiber, and minerals, and a powerful antioxidant. Let me repeat that. Powerful antioxidant, which helps you fight all kinds of stuff in your body. It's just good for you. Vitamins A, B, and C, and E. Motivita is amazing. Simply try a cup. That's your next representative. Of course, we have the High Five Edge. What is that? Simply, High Five Boost, which helps control hunger and energy burst boost. You have the High Five Edge, improves endurance and healthy aging. The High Five Lean, which are protein shake, a delicious nutrient-filled shake, 25 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber. Why are we excited? Well, the weight loss industry is $571 billion. But I will give you another number. The baby boomers at 80 plus million are going to go in a lot of issues in their 60s with their health. Aches and pains and high blood pressure, diabetes. The Edge is a miracle molecule. It's simply amazing. I'll tell you why. It's got niagen in it. See, niagen is produced by a company called Chromadex. You need to Google Chromadex, Chromadex. Google it, and you'll see Chromadex / Fibrous. You see that we did an agreement, a historical $62 million agreement, where we will market as the direct sales exclusively this product. Now, why are we excited? Because this product has been shown to have anti-aging properties, to allow you to manage your weight, to provide the endurance to go out there and do what you have to do all day. And it allows you cognitive function. What does that mean? It allows your brain cells to function better. And then, of course, it provides better cardiovascular health, energy levels, performance, and protection against neurological diseases. Simply said, it is a wonder molecule. The guy who invented this, the guy who was behind this, David Sinclair, was awarded by Time magazine as one of the top 100 influential people in the world because of this discovery. And we are marketing that niagen in our product, The Edge. So simply said, I think everyone should be on it in the world. So you have 300 million people who need to be healthy, stay healthy, and especially with diseases like cancer and all that stuff. You just want to put natural supplements that allows your cells to function. And that's what our product does. I'm excited about it. I hope you feel that excitement. Now, on top of that, we get to make money. Here's the deal. When I look through all the services, you're probably thinking, Leslie, I use a lot of these services. I pay these bills anyway. Absolutely. And, I need to be healthy. I need to be taking supplements anyway. Absolutely. And then I sit around and say, well, direct sales, what's that? Direct sales is simply sharing information. So what it says we're paid for is to use the products or services we're using already, get paid on it, and also share information. Like we do a good movie, a good book, or a good, like go to a restaurant and have a phenomenal meal. We're telling people about that stuff all day. Can you get excited about telling somebody to save some money? Can you get excited when you lose 35 pounds, you feel great, and you're looking younger than you ever did? And everybody's complimenting you. Wouldn't you tell somebody about that? Absolutely. That's simply sharing. So let's show you how to get paid for what you're doing already in your life. And that's what we do with Fibrous. We get paid for what we've done our whole lives. So now here's what we do. We get paid because we leverage time and we build residual income. Let's talk about that. Here's what we do. At Fibrous, we start out and say, hey, just talk to people, share information, your family. You get one individual to come in to do what you do, see what you see, and you make $50. Then you get two individuals to come in and do what you do. And you get some customers. We all get customers, right? We get 15, they get 8, and guess what? We're making $1,200 to make that bonus. $1,200. Now, so you make the 50, you make the 1,200 for getting 2 people in your book of business. You become what's called an executive trainer. So me, 15 customer points, most of that in my house, by the way. 2 people, my family members was in my case, the 2 5 was his family members. We were able to get our bonus. That $1,250 will be paid to you $50 right away, and $1,200 will be $100 every month for the first year you're in the business. Now that's good money. It gets you to fund your business. I call it a working capital advance that Fibrous gives you to run your business just by recruiting 2 people. So you don't have to go to a bank. Like most business owners got to go to a bank to finance the banks. No, just talk to enough people to get 2 and get your points. Become your own customer so you get paid on your own services. And now Fibrous is going to finance it. And give you $100 a month for 12 months. Now, here's the real gem. It's called residual income. Now, let's talk about how we leverage. We build a team because J. Paul Getty said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. Why? He understood that 100 people will outperform him any day of the week. So here's how it goes. Let's say you start off with 20 team members. It took me a few months to get to 20 team members. It took Tupac right away to get to 20. But let's say you get to 20. Few months, 3 months, 6 months, I don't care. And you teach everyone to get 20 customers. See, we don't have to get a ton of customers. We don't have to sell every month for the rest of your life. No. Get your 20 customers out of the way, and that fulfills your requirement. So 20 people times 20 customers, that's 400 customers that the team has gotten. You got 20 personally, but your team got 380 more. So now you get paid on the 400 customers. Let's say 50 cents commission. That's minimum. The commission goes as much as $50 now. But let's take 50 cents minimum. Now that would give you a $200 residual. Some of you are saying that's nothing. But guess what? To get $200 in your bank account today, you probably need banks, if they were paying 1% interest per annum, which they're not, but let's say they were. To get $200 in your bank, you would have to have $240,000 in the bank. $240,000 to get $200. So I always ask people, what do? Do you know 20 people in your cell phone right now? Look at your cell phone. Do you have 20 people who you think have a cell phone, pay an energy bill, have an alarm system, drink coffee, need to be healthier? Absolutely you do. You do. I tell you, you find those 20 people before you find $240,000. And that's the power of what we do. But 20 will turn into 200 team members. And let's say 200 team members, you teach them all to get 20 again. That's 4,000 customers at 50 cents. Now you're talking $2,000. To get our equivalent in the bank at 1%, that's $2.4 million. But let's say you continue to go. Like me and Tupac, we have over 2,000 people. You have 20 customers each, start 50 cents. Now you're talking $20,000 a month residually. You see why we're excited about this? Because I could find 2,000 people. Me and 3 people, me and 6 people, me and 10 people, we'll find 2,000 people. Because it's not me finding 2,000. It's my team and me collectively bringing 2,000 people to the table. But because I started all, because I am the CEO, I'm getting paid on all of that activity. So $20,000 to get that kind of money, you do the math. $24 million you need to have in the bank to get $20,000 a month. So do I have your attention now? I hope I do. Let's go. Now, how do you get started in the business? It takes money to make money. So there's 2 positions, customer representative at $99, independent market rep at $249. Now, here's the deal. The customer representative at $99 is simply to fund you to get started, but you got to get paid. You got to do all the work. You only get paid on your residuals. I only got about 50 customer points, 50 customers. So if I were to do the CR, I'd only get paid on 50 customers instead of the 15,000 customers I'm getting paid on now. So I paid $249 one-time fee to come in as an independent marketing rep. It allows me to get my website up. It allows me to market the future services. It allows me to get paid on all the bonuses, including the $1,250. I want 5 weeks to capitalize my business. I don't want to work hard like a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. I just like to share information that makes sense and get paid on something I'm going to do anyway. That's the difference. Okay. Now, on top of that, 5 weeks to continue to finance your business. Now, I want every one of you to think, every business partner that joins your business, that's an online store. No different than Walmart. Except for 5 weeks pays us for every store. Why? Because Walmart is the largest store because it has the most stores, it has the most volume of any products going through. Anything they move, they sell the largest. I'm sure if they sell the TVs, they sell more TVs than anybody else. If they sell chicken, they sell more chicken. Why? They're simply bigger, more stores, more outlets. So that's what we're going to be. We have more distributors, more ability to sell and get customers for these Fortune 1000 companies. So when you start out the business, remember the 2 and 10, you become an executive trainer. Well, guess what? You can qualify and make bonuses as people join your team and organization up to $200 to up to $2,000. Okay, $100 for every representative that comes in your business. And then you have executive director. What's an executive director? You simply get promoted from executive trainer. When you help 2 people in your business become executive trainer in separate lines, you become executive director. Now, I want you to understand that concept. That if you're a guest on this line and you're thinking about this business. If the person doesn't help you advance, help you build your business, they don't advance. So your interests are aligned day one. So two people to executive trainer, which means they get their bonus. You move to executive director with one more person. So now you can make up to $750 to $8,000. That's a pretty big increase, right? Let me help you out, guys. That's called a raise. Some people don't get experienced raises these days, so I got to explain to them what an increase of money to do the same thing you're doing is called a raise. Now, when you help 3 people, help word again, to executive director, 3 executive directors, you make to national director. Now you can make potentially from $2,000 to $15,000. Once again, another raise. And then when you help 3 people hit national director, you become a senior vice president. And now you make from $2,000 to $50,000. That's a serious raise. I wish that raise on everyone on this line. So come, build your business, help people, and get to the top like we did. Okay. Now when you're SVP, guess what? It doesn't stop there. You get more. You get 5,000 stock options. Now, a company partner with Chromadex, with Niagen, believe it. This is going to explode and change the world. So now we're positioned, so when this explodes and it goes public, we have the ability to get our stock, 5,000 shares of SVP. We get up to $800 car allowance for a BMW. It has to be silver. So I'm sure if you're going to take that $800 and cover, which covers most of any BMW payments, guess what? You might as well live with silver if it's free. And then Globalist bonus. We got a $3 bonus for Globalist bonus. We got an annual vacation for you and a significant other and family. We've gone to Spain, Italy, and France, Dominican Republic. We've been to Grand Cayman Islands, and on and on and on. So wonderful vacations and an expense account for the SVPs. Then you get to platinum. It steps up. Now, there's about 300 plus SVPs in the company, but there's about 26 platinums. There's 6 under Team Power under my nephew Tupac. Yes, you get a Bentley. You get up to $4,000 for a silver Bentley. The company helps arrange for you to get. That's a $200,000 vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, you have a platinum bonus pool. My nephew is swimming in that pool for the last 4 years. He's gotten a 6-figure pool check to start the year in January. So he's looking forward to Tampa this January because he's going to get another 6-figure check. They take a piece of revenue from all the customers coming in and create that profit sharing pool for the platinums. And of course, then there's another 5,000 stock options. That's 10,000 stock options. And of course, now they put on top of that a world vacation. They went to Greece, ladies and gentlemen, a trip of a lifetime. That's a bucket list trip. Was paid for them and significant others. Okay? And not only that, next year they're going to Dubai. So ladies and gentlemen, we're lined up to make it happen. And of course, they get you some jewelry, just to a $25,000, $50,000 ring and diamond pendant, just to show their appreciation of what you've done for the company. Now, there's nobody at the next position. 26 people are vying for this position. Matter of fact, my nephew is one of, I think, 5 that has a perfect chance to get to this position first. He has as good a chance as everybody. What does that happen when he gets that position? He'll hit Diamond, Senior Vice President, and get a bonus of $300,000, which means he will collect $25,000 for the next 12 months. Can you live with that? $300,000 paid out over the year. That's a nice monthly bonus. I told him dinner's on him for the rest of our lives with that bonus. And of course, $10,000 monthly lifestyle allowance on that. Not bad. And I think you get more stock options too, and more shares of the pool. Diamond is an amazing position. Now, let's say we got local, regional, and training events to help you train. Because you're probably sitting there going, how do I do this? How do I learn how? Well, we have local, regional, international events. We got a regional event coming up in a city near you on November 8th. I'm going to be in South Florida with the wonderful South Florida team. Okay, we're going to be making it happen in South Florida. But there's 18 cities around the country doing a regional. And then we're now starting to do it around the world because we have now gone global, opening in the Philippines in November. They did a meeting in the Philippines the other day. It was 3,000 people in the meeting. That's just phenomenal. They're about to explode the Philippines. And we're going to open up Asia after that. And then we're going to open up Dominican Republic. And guess what? We're going to the tiny little island of Haiti. I love it. Doesn't get any better than that when you can take an opportunity home to help your people. That's how powerful our company is. And of course, we have a personal website. We have Fabulous University, online training, all at the comfort of your home. We have video training by the best of the best right there to train you in your own living room, dens, or wherever on your laptop. And of course, we have phenomenal business reporting so you can know what you're getting for everybody who comes in your business. Now, when you see this application, you simply must think this. Oh my God, this is amazing. Or you might say, I don't know. But I tell you what, you fall into 3 categories. Number 1 says, Leslie, this is great information, but I'm not interested. That's okay. No problem. We appreciate you being on this webinar. Go back to the person who invited you, but you definitely have to get health insurance between November 15th and February 15th. So why not check with the person who invited you to see if you can save money on that. Check to see if you can lower your bills. Why pay a bill when you can lower it? Okay? Now, so if that's you, go back to the person and at least be a customer, support them, because we want to lower your bills anyway. It's a win-win situation. Number 2, you fall in the category as, Leslie, this makes sense, but I have questions. Well, guess what? Call the person who invited you, ask them the question, make sure they answer your question, get all your questions answered, so you have enough information to make a business decision that can impact your life. Number 3 says, Leslie, you could have stopped 15 minutes ago. I'm in. I get paid on bills I'm going to pay anyway. I get to share information. Plus, I get to get paid on healthcare where the government says everyone has to have it. I'm in. Well, if you're in, welcome to the team, organization. The person who shared this with you will tell you how to get started and get going. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you this. I truly appreciate you guys being on the line tonight. So I'm going to tell you, what do you do to get started real quick? Well, we help people do 2 things. Just think about it. We are problem solvers. We solve world problems. We solve individual problems. If you need to save some money because you're paying too much bills, we can help you with that. If you need to make more money because you don't have enough money to pay your bills, we can help you with that. Because we simply help people save money and help people make money. We have to be qualified when you get started. What does that mean? You have to get customers. This is a customer acquisition business. So we all commit to get 8 customer points. There's point totals assigned to each business, and we need to have a preferred service, which is Platinum Service, Business Elite, Text Alert, Globalist, or Enhanced Camera MD, and you have to have a preferred product, our Edge, Boost, Challenge, or Multimedia. So you have to have a balance. You have to become customers. Let me tell you, some of the best people in business are the ones who are passionate about their products and services. How do you get passionate about it if you don't try it? If you don't try it out, you got to try it out. Now, here are the services, just to give you an idea. There are plenty of business. I don't have time to go through all these, but what I want you to understand, look at all these products and services that you market out of your home for a business or that you need to take if you want to be healthier. And you see how many points are allocated to each one. Plenty of points. So getting 8 points or 15 points or 20 points is not a stretch. Everyone should be able to do it if you're serious about making money. Now, remember, steps are, get one person, and you get qualified, you get your points, get them the points, you get $50. Then you get a second person, you get your 15 points altogether, you get $1,200. Remember, all those 15 points you're probably going to do yourself out of your house. You're probably going to take a couple of family members or friends who are really there with you to join the business. That's right, $1,200 paid over 12 months. And then, when you have 2 people do the same thing, get one more person, you become an executive director. If you do that in 60 days, you make $500 more. So that's $1,750 on the table to help you fund and build your business. But guess what? At each position, every time people join your business, you got the ability to make team bonuses, or every time someone comes to your business, at 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 people for executive trainer, say 5, 10, 15, 20 plus for ADs, 15, 30, 50 for NDs, 25, 50. These all will generate significant bonuses that pay out to you to build your business. So phenomenal comp plan. Simply what do you do? Make a list. Tonight, if you're excited, make a list of everybody just on your phones, Facebook, Twitter, anybody who's following you are fair game. They're potential customers. Make a list and make a list of your potential partners and then reach out and simply say, I've found a better way. You got a problem? You're not making enough money? I can help you with that. You're paying too much on a bill? I can help you with that. Simply, that's what you do. Go down the list and help people make money and help people save money. And then you meet with the individual executive trainer or executive director or national director who's going to work with you. Sit down, create a game plan. Understand what is required of you for the next 30, 60, and a year. Once you understand that and you make a commitment there, then you're on the same page to move to start building your business. So with that said, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I truly enjoyed being with you tonight. I hope you get it. This is a phenomenal opportunity. We are changing lives right now. The ability to change lives is nothing short. We have an obligation to go out there and share this. Now, here, let me just give you a little tip before I get off tonight. Not everybody's going to do this. Not everybody's going to see what you see. That's okay. We can live with that. Okay? We can live with that. We're looking for the people who want to do this. We're looking for the people who want to make it happen. We're looking for the people who feel that they want to make a difference in their lives. And that's who we're going to help. So if that's you, you found the right place. You found the right company. Now, here's the deal. Get started. Because right now, between November 15th and February 15th, this thing called healthcare is going to be done. 300 plus million Americans have to get healthcare insurance, or most of them. And there's 40 million who don't have it, and 40 million just lost their insurance because small businesses don't have to offer it. So there's about 100 million people who need insurance today. 100 million people. There are more people who need insurance than people to write, who have a license to write it for them. So you have an ability to offer health insurance and get paid an amount every month residually for the year is priceless. So don't hesitate. Get started. And then share this with everyone. Because we have an obligation to change this world. One person at a time, one city at a time, one state at a time, and one country at a time. God bless you and thank you for being in this webinar. And we'll see you soon. And listen, if you guys want to hear me talking, you could tune in to the Vitamin Show. I do a training call every day, Monday to Friday. So just text Vitamin Show, one word, Vitamin Show to 55469 and join us. Vitamin Show, one word, to 55469. And I'm going to give you extra training every Monday to Friday. If you don't know about it, ask the person who put you on the line and say, is that something that can help me build my business every day, Monday to Friday? Thank you for being on. God bless you. And you have a great evening. This webinar is officially over. God bless. Go change some lives.